What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am bringing you guys I think it's gonna be a 3 looks 1 palette, but it may end up being a 5 looks 1 palette, who knows. And it is gonna be with my Menagerie Cosmetics Whalesong palette. I am so happy to finally have this thing in my grasp. As you can see, this is gonna be the first look, and just doing this first look, I have so many other looks that I have in mind just with this 12 pan. So I am really excited, very happy that I purchased this. And yeah, I'm gonna just do the looks in this video. I'm gonna actually break it up this time, and I'm gonna do the review in a separate video. So I hope you guys like that. I'm trying to cut down the length of my videos because I've noticed my 3 looks 1 palette are relatively long, so I'm trying to reduce that. But anyways, if you want to see the looks that I create with this palette, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so like I said in the intro, today I'm going to be starting my 3 looks 1 palette. Like my last 3 looks 1 palette, or was it the last one? Regardless, like a lot of my 3 looks 1 palettes, I just got this in the mail today, and I have been itching and scratching to have this in my possession. I am extremely excited to have this palette. Just first impressions wise, this is a lot lighter than the other 2 palettes, a lot lighter. So that's disappointing. I think just from looking at them, they still look like they're magnetic. I've never taken out any of the pans from Menagerie Cosmetics palettes, but that is just superficial looking at these palettes. This palette is absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to dive into this baby, and that's all I have to say. I'm not going to say too much. I think today I am going to do a more dramatic look, and so because I'm aiming to do that, I am going to start off with the darker shade and then build up to, no, I'm gonna go from lighter to darker because I don't know what I want to use to really deepen out this outer V. So I'm gonna take a really fluffy Royal and Land Nickel brush, and I'm gonna go into Plankton, which is technically one of the lighter green shades in here. It's like a camel green, and we're just going to fluff that in the crease. And you guys cannot see per usual. Let's zoom in. I'm gonna scoot closer to my mirror or my camera, and like I said, I just fluffed this Plankton color all over my crease. Now, just like all of their other palettes, there is kick up, and it is extremely pigmented. But from this shade alone, I am so happy, so happy that I finally got it in my collection. Next, I'm gonna take another Royal and Land Nickel brush. I feel like my exposure is pretty high. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna keep it going. Then I'm gonna go in with Kelp, which is a slightly deeper green, but in that same camo family. And I'm just gonna deepen out my crease if it deepens. And it appears that it doesn't really deepen, but it's definitely a brighter shade. So it does bring some diversity. And that's interesting. I wouldn't have pegged this to be a brighter shade just looking at it in the pan. And you guys can't see. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna change my exposure. Okay, so I think that's a little bit better. Who knows? Anyways, so yeah, I put those 2 crease colors in, and I think it's really developed a really pretty green crease. Am I gonna do I think I'm going to stick with just all greens today and just kind of see where these greens lead me. So I'm going to clean off. Hopefully there's no excess. This is Hakuhodo J5533, and I'm going to go into the shade Reef, which is right here. And with this shade, I'm just going to further deepen out my crease. So, hey, your mama. Okay. So this shade definitely overpowered the crease that I already had, but it's okay. And then last crease shade that I'm going to use a Wayne Goss brush, the number 18, and I'm just going to deepen out my actual outer V with the shade Bubble Net. And this is the darkest green in this palette, and I'm literally just gonna press right on the outside. Yep, press, press, press. Okay, and so this is where I'm going to stop for right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. I think this look will really benefit from that. So I just put a little bit of Urban Decay primer potion on my whatever this is called, on my hand, and I'm just gonna find a brush that I would like to use. We'll just use this lip brush. This is a Royal and Nickel lip brush, a pointed lip brush, and we're just gonna cut my crease. And to make this just a bit more dramatic, I'm gonna take that same Wayne Goss brush in that really dark green, and I'm just going to pack that on the outer corner, or not outer corner, but the outer edge of my concealer. And that'll just help for my shimmer to really just blend semi-effortlessly. Then I'm gonna take that same pointed brush, I'm gonna wipe it on my hand, and now it's time to pick a lid shade. I think I'm gonna continue to stick with the greens. So we're gonna put Splash on my lid and then Fluke on my inner tear duct. So let's see how this goes. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. So we're gonna call an audible. I'm gonna put that on the outer part on both lids. And this can be like a transition shimmer, if you will. And then what I'm gonna do is just wipe my brush off again, and now I'm gonna go into Fluke. And this is gonna be what is on the majority of my lid. And now, just like always, I'm just gonna go back and forth between my two shimmer shades just until I am satisfied. I think I'm actually satisfied with that, which is intriguing. This is intriguing, very intriguing look. Now I'm just gonna do my lower lash line, which is gonna be super quick. For my waterline, I am going to use the Inglot, whatever it's called. What is this called? An Inglot eyeliner, and this is in the shade 87. And I'm just gonna put this in my waterline. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that Inglot pigment in my waterline. I absolutely love these pigments. They're super creamy, just really nice. I love them. Now I'm gonna take my e.l.f. liner brush, and I am going to take the shade Bubble Net, which is the darkest green, and we're gonna go right against my lower lash line. Okay, so if you're wondering what I did on my lower lash line, I basically just recreated my crease colors, but a little bit less. So I took Bubble Net and I went right against my lower lash line. Then I mixed Kelp and Plankton and just blended that out. That's it. That's all I did. And then I just brought Fluke, which is the inner corner color, and I just put it into my tear duct. So I'm gonna put on mascara, a liquid liner, and figure out a lip product, and then I will be right back. Alrighty guys, so I have taken the time to do the rest of my base. As for my highlighter, I put on JD Glow's Chaos. For my blush, I put on NYX's Paradise Fluff in Head in the Clouds. I already have my bronzer and all that on. Mascara, I did my Monsieur Big on the top, and then on the bottom I took the ColourPop mascara in Punch, which is in yellow, so that was a really cool accent. And then for my lip, I decided I'm gonna do a green, and I'm gonna pull out my Give Me Glow liquid lipstick in Virus. I love this liquid lipstick, and I think it'll really work with my crease colors. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna take it some time, give it some time to just do that, but let me zoom in so you guys can see the finished eye look. So like I said, I put a yellow liner on my, or a yellow mascara on my bottom lash line, black and everything. I'll close my eyes so you guys can see. I think this is a really cool look. I didn't even intend for it to have some blue and green in it, but it just kind of ended up having it. So I used 2, 4, 6. So I used 6 colors today. So I only have 6 more colors to use, and I already have easily 3 more looks that I can think of just using this palette. So this might actually be a 4 look swim palette. We will see. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and let's get into look number 2. Alrighty guys, so I'm here to bring you guys day 2 and look number 2, of course. This time I'm going to stick more with the blue tones in this palette. Looking back at my footage from yesterday, I noticed that it ended up being like a blue-green look. So I'm interested to see if I stick with the blue tones, if it's going to stay with the blue tone look overall, if it's going to lean towards the green as well. So first thing I'm going to do is put in my transition color, I'm going to put Scene. I don't know. I'm gonna put the lightest blue in my transition area. Okay, so it's looking really, really nice. Let me bring you guys in even closer. There you go. Okay, and then there are about 3 other matte blues. There's like a matte blue gray that I could use. We'll see. But I think next I'm gonna go into Dive, which is the most vibrant blue in this palette. And I'm just gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna make sure to concentrate the brush head lower in my crease, or actually more in my crease than in my transition area. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the first color just to help blend out this side. Just a little bit. And it's looking really, really nice. Very nice. Super, super happy. Now what I'm gonna do is take still a fluffy but a more condensed brush. I'm gonna kind of wipe off the excess. And actually, no, I'm gonna go an even more concentrated brush. I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush, and now I'm gonna go into Barnacle, which is the grade blue, and I'm just gonna deepen out my crease even more if I can. And hopefully you guys can see how it's slowly, each shade has just deepened up the other shade. I'm really, really loving this situation. I'm gonna take this same brush, I'm just gonna wipe it off on my pants, and then I'm gonna go into the darkest blue that's in this palette, which is Breaching. So I'm just gonna go into that blue, and what I'm gonna do is just pack this on my outer V. Okay, so it's looking really, really nice. Now what I want to do is cut my lid just to get a little bit more of a pop. I'm going to switch my battery because my battery is low, and then I'll come back with my lid already cut. Alrighty, so just as promised, I went ahead and cut my lid. As for a true blue metallic in this palette, there's only one, and it's Whalesong. So I'm going to start off just putting that on my lid and see how I like it. So this is a beautiful, beautiful metallic. It's definitely a blue metallic, but it's not as basic as I would have thought, and it actually really works with the blues that I put in the crease very well. It works well with those, but I don't know. I'm thinking of actually putting Fluke on the inside lid again, because Fluke actually pulled blue yesterday on my lid, and I'm curious what is going to happen if I put it on my lid with this color scheme. Should I do it? Why not? So let me take my brush, and I'll just wipe it on my hand because my color switch is just, and we're going to go in with Fluke, which appears to be a green in pan, but like I said, yesterday it pulled blue, and it's going to pull what looks to be a green today. Hold on, let me clean off my whole brush. So for my lower lash line, I basically just replicated what I did on my upper lash line like I always do. I took the really dark shade and I punched that against my lower lash line, and then I just blended it out with a combination of the colors that I put in my crease. Right now I'm debating if I want to do a graphic liner. And I think I'm going to do both a graphic liner and a wing liner and throw on mascara. I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in my waterline. I just figured it out. So I know what I'm going to do. So I will be right back to show you guys. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I'm actually really, really happy with how my look came out. I already told you guys what I did on my bottom lash line. In my waterline, I put the gel liner in Punch from ColourPop. Mascara, I used my Montreal Big and my L'Oreal primer. In my like decorative liner, I used the NYX Liquid Crystal in the shade Crystal Pewter. This is like a blue base with like really silver glitter. Cheek products, I did my Too Faced Apricot in the Act, and highlighter is normal Project Pan stuff. Lips, I used my liquid lipstick in Narcotic from Nabla, and then I also topped it off with my Makeup Forever lipstick Artist Rouge Cream Couture, whatever, in C603. So this is the final look. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so you guys can see the eye look fully. And yeah, like I said, I'm super happy with how my look came out. This is look number 2. Stay tuned for some more look. Alrighty guys, so I am here to do the third look in this 3 look plus maybe more palette with the Whalesong palette. Like I said, my first 2 looks were a wee bit more complicated, so I wanted this look to be super basic, and I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to keep it basic. Typically I go, okay, all right camera, typically I still go above and beyond, but I'm really gonna aim to get this super basic. So I'm gonna use my one Bedelium Tools brush. This is the Golden Triangle large tapered blending brush, and I'm just gonna go into Plankton, and I'm just gonna blend that all in my transition and honestly in my crease as well. I'm gonna be super sloppy with this color and not really care how high or how low it goes. This is going to be more of a deconstructed look. It's not going to be very structured or anything like that. If my eyes look a little weird, I am recovering from an allergic reaction. I swear, you guys, I've just been having it real rough when it comes to my eyes lately. But don't mind any like weird gaping holes, because I can see one hole in my primer, and I'm pretty sure that's just because of the allergic reaction. Next I'm going to take one of my rougher brushes, and this is the P07D. I don't know if the number, it's changed. If it has, I will try and figure it out and put it on the screen for you guys. But then I'm going to go into Kelp, which is a slightly darker like camely green, and just deepen out my crease, but I'm really going to focus this shade on my outer V. And it's not really deeper. I don't know why I always say that. It's really brighter, but it's brighter and deeper, if you will. And I am getting fallout today. I don't know if it's, or maybe this isn't fallout. This is, no, it's not fallout. I just have random flaky skin all over my eye area, and it's appearing to be like fallout. But this color combination is doing exactly how I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like a kind of blown out look. And now I'm just going to kind of use the same brush and just blow out that darker green that I just put in my crease. Very nice. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take a very small amount. I'm going to use one of my Wayne Goss brushes. I'm going to go in with my number 19, and I'm going to take a very small amount of Bubble Net, which is a dark green. It's the darkest green in this palette, and just deepen out my very outer V. Very small amount. I don't want this to be a super complicated look, like I said, but I do want to bring some depth and dimension. Do the same thing over here. And I might deepen out even more after I do my shimmer shade, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my shimmer shade first. And what I'm gonna do is take another rougher brush, and this is, I think this is a prototype, it's 02, but I know this is in their real line because I just purchased this. And then I'm gonna go into the one shade I haven't used yet, and it's Pearl. It's this really neutral shimmer that doesn't appear to fit in this like makes sense in this palette, and I'm just gonna take that on this brush. Hopefully it'll pick up. Yeah, it's picking up slightly. We'll see how it lays down, and I'm just gonna kind of messily just put this right on my lid. Okay, I think I'm gonna add just a very small more amount. That was not English at all. I'm just gonna add a small amount of this bubble net and then just blend it in with my lid color just a little bit more. And what I'm gonna do is just take this same rougher not 02, or actually no, I can use a new brush. I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics, I don't know, this is the really bright brush set. I'm gonna use the 07 brush in that collection, and I'm just going to take Bubble Net, go right under my lower lash line, and then I'm just gonna take the same brush, and hopefully it's too constricted. Then I'm gonna take that 02 brush, and I'm gonna take the two crease colors that I used and just blend it out. I will figure out an inner corner highlight. I'm probably gonna just go ahead and use Fluke, put that in my inner corner, and then I will be back after I do mascara and all of that. So I will be right back completing all of that stuff. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I'm loving the look. It is still a green toned look, if you will, but I was able to really use that more neutral shimmer to really show you guys how you could use it with this palette. I think that neutral tone shimmer works better with the greenies than with the blues, but that's not to say that it won't work with the blues. And I think I'm gonna call it quits on this video. I was originally going to try and do 5 looks, but I had to take a couple of days off because, like I said, I had an allergic reaction, and I really want to get through a couple more palettes showing you guys some looks just in case you want to purchase them. So this is going to be my final look for this video. It is going to be a 3 looks 1 palette. If you're wondering what is on my lips, it's actually an ABH lipstick in cool brown, and it actually kind of blends in with my skin tone, so I'm actually really liking this. This might be another lipstick that finds its way into one of my purses, and I use for everyday use, just because who's gonna tell that I'm wearing this, you know? But yeah, this is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed all 3 of my looks. Comment down below which look is your favorite, and I will be coming on here shortly to give you guys my overall review of this palette. So yeah, see you guys next time. Wait, no, that's not my outro. As always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.